From a small Texas church to Las Vegas to Harford County, recent mass shootings have horrified people across America, and their growing frequency is changing the way police and paramedics respond together. Tonight, WJZ investigator Mike Helgren shows us how they're getting to victims and saving lives when every second counts.
We have multiple witnesses saying it's a shooter at Granite Place.
Only WJZ obtained this video showing the chaos outside an Edgewood business moments after a man went on a shooting rampage against his co-workers. Paramedics were able to get to those injured faster because of new protocol that allowed them to enter the building with the continuing threat of an armed gunman.
This is a complete mind shift change.
How critical are those first few minutes?
It's paramount.
Harford County Deputy Jeremy Mothershed was one of the first on the scene that day.
Time is saving lives, and we need to get in and stop that bleeding to save those lives.
He was uniquely prepared for what he saw here. He's also the Chief of Emergency Medical Services for Havre de Grace Ambulance.
And had just finished training some of the same EMTs who were with him on the scene.
Just being able to have that dialogue and really not even have to say too much of anything, and they got in and they did it.
In the past, paramedics would have to wait, no matter how long it took, until there was no possible threat from an active shooter.
Oh my God.
During the Pulse nightclub massacre in Orlando, emergency personnel were left outside for 3 hours before they could go in and treat victims.
They're saying somebody's shooting in the auditorium.
At the movie theater shooting in Aurora, Colorado, police used their own squad cars to take the wounded away from the scene for treatment. But the federal government recently called for a more aggressive response, training paramedics to enter danger zones under police cover. In Edgewood, teams of medics and officers went in together.
Something that we would have probably never thought would ever have to be needed 10 years ago, of our paramedics and EMTs wearing ballistic vests on an incident, let alone as a daily requirement.
How risky was it that day here in Edgewood?
You could say it's not the normal, but it's a necessary evil that we have to deal with right now.
The Edgewood response will be used to train medics in the future, and lives were saved. Enoch Sosa was shot in the head and one of only 2 victims to survive.
Well, you believe in miracle? Look at me, I'm a miracle be alive. And what do not kill you make you stronger.
The true test is when it happens for real life. On that Wednesday, we proved that it can work. It's no longer textbook.
In Edgewood, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
And tomorrow night at 11, outrage over the gunman's record. For the first time, Governor Hogan speaks about Roddy Prince's long rap sheet, his frustration that Prince was on the street, and that warning signs were ignored.